A Recruiter-Headhunter-Staffing Service Guide. Chapter 1. Headhunters Recruiting Firms 1. Headhunters/Recruiters. Headhunters and job placement firms are services that bring candidates to hiring managers. There are 3 different kinds of these firms. Employer pays when he hires someone, anywhere from 25% to 100% of the first year's salary to the firm. This is the best because he will say if he thinks he can get you a job and won't make money unless he gets you a job. You pay. Many of these are scams. There is no guarantee, just promises for money. A hybrid that charges both the employer and candidate. There are national and local agencies. Trust the national ones, but if the SL franchises, their local office could be bad. Find these firms by looking them up in a phone book or the internet. Type in phrases such as recruiter and employment agency plus your state. Manpower.com, roberthalf.com, adeco.com, officeteam.com, and kellyservices.com operate almost everywhere. If you plan to hire a headhunter, do it before you need a new job while you're employed at your current job. He or she can put the feelers out and you can see what you're really worth out there. If you get a solid offer, go to your current boss, tell him about it, then the ball is in his court. He can either top it or let you go. Introduce yourself to the headhunter, tell him what you do and let him or her know you're looking for a change in your field if something better comes up, but you're in no hurry. This is proactive research, plus it sets you up to see what you're really worth out there. It takes 6 months or more on average to find a new good job anyway. Headhunters are all different. Try to get a referral from a friend rather than just going in cold. Talk to a few until you find one where there's a mutual likability and interest there. Some headhunters are bad in the sense that they simply take every new client's resume and blast it out to every company on their email mailing list. First of all, these blasted resumes don't look good because they're generic. You didn't prepare with a cover letter specifically geared to the company. Several months later, if you reapply, they might remember your name as some guy who sent in a generic resume. If a headhunter is going to do this, you might as well do it yourself and include a decent cover letter with it. The term MPA in the biz means most placeable applicant. It is reserved for the superstars. If you want to be an MPA, you have to tell the recruiter what you do that's rather unique and rare. Be personable and friendly with the recruiter in order for him or her to separate you from his group of clients and do extra searching on your behalf. In the business world, you have to appear polished and professional because when you go for an interview, the recruiter's reputation is also on the line, which is why he wants professional-looking clients who do as he tells them to do. Headhunters have different specialties. Do an internet search using the words recruiter or headhunter plus the area S of your specialty and see what comes up. You need to find a recruiter who specializes in your line of work and or works in your geographical area. Don't beat around the bush with respect to salary expectations. Tell him what you think you're worth, he'll tell you what he thinks you're worth and what the market is paying, and together, you'll reach some kind of minimum salary level that you're willing to work for. Your headhunter must know what you expect to make because he doesn't want to waste time sending you out on interviews where the salary level is too low for your comfort level. Believe it or not, many people are underpaid. When they first go to a headhunter, they're surprised to learn that with their experience, they can easily earn double what they're earning right now, but they don't know this, which is why it's a good idea to go to a headhunter just to see where you stand. Give the headhunter a cover letter and a resume. Be honest with the recruiter. He's on your side, but if you lie to him about how great you are and in reality you're just average, he will resent you for it when some employer tells him he gave him a bum steer by hiring you. Headhunters don't help with career transition. Career counselors do that. Go to a headhunter if you're looking for a specific type of job. Don't expect the recruiter to do things for you like help you write your resume. That should be ready before you ever go see him. Don't waste his time asking for career transition advice. Just go, say, this is what I do. Can you help me find a good job in this field that pays X number of dollars per year? Good recruiters have connections by virtue of being in the business for X number of years. Respect that. That's what they do. They can network you into a good job. In the end, it's all about self-promotion any way you can do it. Headhunters are one of many options you can use to help you find a good job. JobMachine.net teaches strategic and tactical advanced internet recruiting methods for finding and networking with people on the internet. Employment agencies fraud. Beware that many ads in many publications purporting to either find you a good job either here or overseas or touting any kind of business opportunity could be a fly-by-night scam taking as much money from as many suckers as possible in a short period of time, then moving on and setting up under a new name. These ads are often simply too good to be true, offering either a high-paying job quickly or overseas when in actuality, the job market is tough everywhere for good jobs and many countries have tough laws about letting foreigners into work, so do yourself a favor and don't fall for them. If you want to work overseas, do your own research at the library or through this book. Employment agencies, headhunters, whatever you want to call them, sometimes charge a fee for helping you network to find a job. Often, the employer pays, but the government has these services and offers them for free if you know where to look. The business section of your library has some good books and newspapers to help you find a job. Investigations into some of these employment firms, particularly those catering to professionals, have revealed that many are scams, taking large upfront fees for essentially just making up a resume and then giving the applicant a generic list of corporate addresses, something you can find in any library. These firms prey on people when they're down and out, looking for a job. Your local colleges can be a good source of ideas. Even if you are not a student, you might still be allowed to use their employment services. Just act like a student and nobody will question you, or register for one course and get a student ID. If an employment agency charges an upfront fee, then don't bother with it. If they're legitimate, they won't charge you until you get a job. Oral promises are meaningless. Get any promises in writing. There are phony scams like someone placing an ad pretending to be a government office looking for workers, then when you take the bait, they charge you an upfront application fee. Never call a 900 number in a job ad. Use the free government employment agency in your area. Federal Trade Commission. Washington, D.C. 20580. 800-876-7060. 202 FTC Help. ftc.gov. Free booklet Help Wanted, Finding a Job. National Fraud Information Center. 800-876-7060. Fraud.org. Tell them your complaints. Employment agencies, local. Employment agencies are like headhunters, recruiting agencies, and staffing services. Some charge an upfront fee. Others get paid by filling positions for their employer clients. Look in the yellow pages under employment agencies or staffing services. KnowledgeJobs.com, your local source for employment agencies. UsedEmploymentAgencies.com. FlexibleResources.com, employment agency, covers all options. Dashinet.com/employment, employment agencies in the United States. National Association of Personnel Services. 3133 MT Vernon Ave. Alexandria, Virginia 22305. 703-684-0180. napsweb.org. Private employment agencies. Websites about recruiters. Forbes.com/sites/4besco/2017/07/27/3 things candidates should know about executive recruiters /number 44C6CF7F1D2B. carterbaldwin.com/for-facts-you-should-know-about-working-with-executive-recruiters. guides.wsj.com/careers/how-to-work-with-executive-work-with-executive-recruiters. Use these websites to learn about what recruiters are and how to deal with them. airsdirectory.com, they have or had a big free job book. asktheheadhunter.com. careerjournal.com/recruiters/profiles. careerjournalasia.com/recruiters/working with. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/recruiter. Headhuntersrevealed.com. recruitersworld.com. searchlogix.com/ask-a-recruiter/faq.hdm. Chapter 2. Headhunters Recruiting Firms 2. Buy a list of recruiters. customdatabanks.com. recruiterbook.com, Directory of Executive and Professional Recruiters from Kennedy Publications. selectrecruiters.com, from Kennedy Publishers. americanstaffing.net/jobseekers/find_company.cfm, American Staffing Association, find a staffing company. myperfectresume.com/firms.html. Headhunters and recruiters on Twitter. twitter.com/animal/recruiters. twitter.com/jlpschultz/recruiters. twitter.com/tinarose/recruiters. Find recruiter jobs at a Fortune 500 company. Type this into search engines. Entitle jobs, entitle recruiter Fortune 500 API or submit. Entitle jobs, entitle recruiter Microsoft API or submit. Find recruiter jobs with a company online. Type this into search engines. Entitle jobs, submit or apply recruiter name of company. Entitle jobs, submit or apply recruiter Microsoft. Chapter 3. Headhunters Recruiting Firms 3. Executive search firms at jobstars.com/executive-search-firms. jobstars.com/using-recruiters-headhunters. 2020-4.com/submit-resume. aegisnet.com/index.html. alinaustin.com/candidates. alphazarchadvisory.com. atlanticrecruiters.com/contact. beataliawinston.com/eabw/?ID=new member. bluestps.com/information/whyjoinbluesteps.aspx. boyden.com/cv/index.html. birchworks.com/shopper-insights-jobs. caldwellpartners.com/candidates. careersmith.com/candidates/r-pledge.html. chartwellpartners.com/about-us. chieftalentofficer.com/candidates.html. clarkcaniff.com. claibornettgroup.com/job-seekers. claymorepartners.com/contact-us. christcolder.com/r-approach. csi-executivesearch.com. agonzender.com/your-career.html. grantmorgan.com/resume.cfm. hydric.com/contact-us/contact-form/resume. helblingzarch.com/candidates. hornsolutions.net. hortoninternational.com/contact/candidates. huffmanassociates.net/candidates. imsearch.com/contact. jwmichaels.com/current-opportunities. jobs.kdsstaffing.com/jobseeker/profile_quick.aspx. cornferry.com/candidates. lucasgroup.com/executive-jobs. myexecsearch.com/send-resume. martinpartners.com/submit-your-resume. mccormickgroup.com/career-opportunities. morgansamuels.com/contact/resume-submission. n2growth.com/submit-resume. parkerlynch.com/job-seekers. peopleconnectstaffing.com/open-positions. reactionzarch.com/job_search_center/candidates.htm. russellreynolds.com/candidates. slaytonzarch.com/contact-executive-search-group/executive-jobs. candidateregistration.r53.spencerstur.com, sanfordrose.com/current-positions, civildani.com, stantonchase.com, talentbridgeusa.com/candidates, tdmadison.com/contact, tcgrecruit.com/job-seekers, torchgroup.com/job-candidates, whitkiefer.com/search-open-positions, zrgpartners.com/executive-search/candidates, jobstars.com/employment-agencies, executive job websites at careerprofiles.info/recruiting-staffing-services.html, searchfirm.com/search/search.asp, information about recruiting firms, recruiterresources.com/xcdirvincat.asp?id=4, provides a directory with recruiting agencies organized by specialty and industry. cornferry.com, corn/ferry international, hydric.com, hydric and struggles, executivezarch.atcarney.com, spencersturt.com, Spencer Stewart, russellreynolds.com, Russell Reynolds Associates, ctnet.com, Christian and Timbers, highlandzarch.com, TMP Worldwide, alinaandassociation.com, Allen and Associates, amrop.com, Amrop International, beataliawinston.com, Batalia Winston International, boyden.com, Boyden, brilliantpeople.com, Management Recruiters International, agonzender.com, agonzender, jbhunt.net, michaelpage.com, Michael Page International, normanbroadbent.com, Norman Broadbent International, rayburnson.com, Ray and Burnson, rei.com, Robert Half International, solomonpage.com, Solomon Page Group, whitneygroup.com, The Whitney Group. Chapter 4. Headhunters Recruiting Firms 4. Recruiter Organization Websites. scottedwards.com/ec.html, Association of Executive Search Consultants, aocfi.org, Association of Outplacement Consulting Firms International, erc.org, Employee Relocation Council, ipma-hr.org, International Personnel Management Association, nair.org, National Association of Executive Recruiters. Niche job websites. Recruiter list websites. 1. onlinerecruiters.directory.com/job_seeker.php, online recruiter directory. 01webdrectory.com/employment_agencies.htm, ec.org, Association of Executive Search Consultants, look at members list. airsdirectory.com, Airs Recruiter Directory. americanstaffing.net, americanstaffing.net/jobseekers/find_company.cfm, American Staffing Association, find a staffing company. biznets.com, publisher of Headhunters Directory. careerjournal.com/recruiters/index.html, careermag.com/classifieds/recruiters, directory of recruiters.com, employmentagencies.org, findarecruiter.com, forbes.com/bow/b2c/category.jhtml?id=155, list of headhunters. headhunter.com, headhunter.net, headhuntersdirectory.com, amassociates.com/employment-headhunters-recruiters.htm, headhuntersdirectory.com, interbiznet.com/top100/post-resumes.html, top 100 recruiters. i-recruit.com, OYA's directory of recruiters. jobjunction.com/recruiters.htm, jobseekersadvice.com/recruitment_agencies. kennedyinfo.com/er/erindex.html, books that list North America's headhunters. livecareer.com/recruiter_directories.html. myperfectresume.com/firms.html. myperfectresume.com/recruiters.html. net-temps.com/staffing-directory/find-staffing-agency. onlinerecruitersdirectory.com. recommendedrecruiter.com. recruiter.com/headhunters. recruiterresources.com. recruiterscafe.com. recruitersconnection.com. recruitersdepot.com. recruitersnetwork.com. recruitersonline.com. recruiterwebsites.com. recruiting.com/resources. recruitinglife.com/memdir/index.cfm. topechelon.com, claims 3,000 recruiter companies in database. searchfirm.com, free executive recruiter directory. selectrecruiters.com. smartrecruiters.com. staffinglinks.com. staffingtoday.com. therecruiternetwork.com. yellowpages.com, look for local recruiters and employment agencies. Recruiter list websites too. ec.org, Association of Executive Search Consultants, professional association representing retained executive search consulting firms worldwide. Headhuntersdirectory.com, Headhunters Directory, a comprehensive list of recruitment agencies throughout the U.S. i-recruit.com, OIA's Directory of Recruiters, a searchable directory of recruiters organized by industry specialty location. Interbiznet.com, Interbiznet, provides information reports on the recruiting industry. Recruitactive.com, RecruitActive, end-to-end online recruitment software systems careers microsites for small to medium-sized businesses organizations. Recruiterresources.com, Recruiter Resources, directory of recruiting links including job boards, resume databases HR organizations. Recruiterscafe.com, Recruiterscafe.com, a networking split placement site for third-party recruiters corporate hiring managers. search-consult.com, Search Consult, an international magazine for executive search professionals. Searchfirm.com, Search Firm, online database of executive search firms. Topechelon.com, Top Echelon, providing recruiting solutions through websites. Chapter 5. A recruitment website guide from feedspot.com. A list of recruitment websites at blog.feedspot.com/recruitment_blogs. recruitingblogs.com/profiles/blog/list. blog.feedspot.com/UK_recruitment_blogs. blog.feedspot.com/recruitment_magazines. recruitingtimes.org. acarasolutions.com/blog. agencyiceberg.com.au/blog. allinoneemployment.com/blog. atub.net. blog.agilon.com. blog.firefishsoftware.com. blog.globalacademyjobs.com. blog.interviewmocha.com. blog.recruite.com. bullhorn.com/au/blog. bullhorn.com/blog. business.linkedin.com/talent-solutions/blog. cameo.com/blog. careerplug.com/blog. ccentricgroup.com/knowledge. seek.com.mt. coburgbanks.co.uk/blog. consultrecruitment.co.nz/blog. contractrecruiter.com/cr-blog. creative.artisantalent.com. cv-library.co.uk/recruitment-insight. eligo.co.uk/blog. ere.net. firerecruitmentaustralia.com.au/blog. fistfuloftalent.com/category/recruiting. frogrecruit-sa.co.za/blog. glassdoor.com/employers/topics/hiring-recruiting. greenhouse.io/blog. harvard.com/blog. hireserve.com/resources. hirereview.com/blog/hiring. hiring.monster.com/employer-resources/blog. hr.sparkhire.com. hunted.com/blog. icims.com/company/blog. ideal.com/blog. imspeople.com/blogs-and-updates. indeed.com/lead. info.recruitics.com/blog. iselrecruitment.co.uk/news. lever.co/blog. manilarecruitment.com/manila-recruitment-articles-advice. myrecruitmentplus.com/blog. nextstepsystems.com/it-employment-news. npaworldwide.com/blog. onrec.com. oriontalent.com/recruiting-resources/blog. peaksalesrecruiting.com/blog. recruitbpm.com/blog. recruiter.co.uk/news. recruiter.com/recruitertoday. recruiterbox.com/blog. recruitingdaily.com. recruitingtools.com. shineinterview.com/blog. simplicityinbusiness.co.uk/blog. blog.totaljobs.com. sjpersonnel.com.au/blog. smartrecruiters.com/blog. socialtalent.com/blog. source-technology.com/group-news. sourcecon.com. standardservices.com/blog. teaksus.com/blog. thesearchologist.com/social-media-recruitment-training/blog. theundercoverrecruiter.com. topechelon.com/blog. ukrecruiter.co.uk/recruitment-blogs. ukrecruiter.co.uk/Louise's blog. vidcruiter.com/blog. wave.com.au/blog. wizardsourcere.com. woodpersonnel.com/blog. yellow.co/blog. zartist.com/blog. blog.feedspot.com/recruitment_RSS_feeds. A list of recruitment magazines at blog.feedspot.com/recruitment_magazines. onrec.com. recruiter.com/recruitertoday. recruitingbrief.com. recruitingdaily.com. recruitingtimes.org. recruitment-interntional.co.uk. recruitmentmarketing.com.au. theglobalrecruiter.com. A list of recruitment podcasts at blog.feedspot.com/recruitment_podcasts. rectechmedia.com/blog/?category=podcasts. recruitingfuture.com. ableteams.com/podcast. anchor.fm/trnpodcast. anchor.fm/the recruitment flex. anchor.fm/life-in-private-staffing. anchor.fm/pete-watson5. anchor.fm/recruiter-startup-school. anchor.fm/AI-recruiter. anchor.fm/eliteforce-staffing. anchor.fm/rosion-recruitment. anchor.fm/firefish-software. anchor.fm/justin-krulicki. californiastaffingprofessionals.org/podcasts. chadcheese.com. contractrecruiterpodcast.com. dgrecruit.libzn.com. drewcoaching.libzn.com. ellisknight.com/ethical-recruiter-podcast, emearecruitment.eu/podcasts, enamix.com/interview-podcast, feeds.buzzsprout.com/1091780, feeds.buzzsprout.com/11869295, haleymarketing.com/ideaclubs/secrets-staffing-success-podcasts, hiringandempowering.com/podcast, hiringtips.libzn.com, letsremotivate.com/podcast, monarchstaffing.com/podcast, pod.co/recruitmenttech.com, podbay.fm/p/true-ambition, podcasts.apple.com/gb/podcast/the-rag-podcast-recruitment-agency-g, rothpodcast/id 14484828892, keyrecruitment.com/podcast-2, recruitercast.libzn.com, recruitingbrainfood.podbean.com, recruitingtrailblazers.com/episodes, recruitmentcoach.com/podcast, recruitmenthackerspodcast.com/episodes, recruitmentmentorspodcast.captivate.fm, recruitrockstars.com/category/podcast, sbracre.com/show/recruiting-hell, talktalenttome.com/previous-episodes, techrecruitmentpodcast.com, thejoannyup.net/podcast-2, ursasync.com/hiring-u-podcast. A list of UK recruitment websites at blog.feedspot.com/UK_recruitment_blogs. 100itrecruitment.co.uk/blog. appoint.co.uk. atticrecruitment.co.uk/blog. barclayjones.com/blog. blog.feedspot.com/career_development_blogs. blog.hiring-hub.com. brandrecruitment.co.uk/blog. cv-library.co.uk/recruitment-insight. eligo.co.uk/blog. energypeople.com/blog. handle.co.uk/blog. hunted.com/blog. kdrrecruitment.com/blog. keyskillseducation.co.uk/blog. kiwirecruitment.co.uk/blogs. onrec.com. recruitingtimes.org. recruitment-interntional.co.uk. spotlightrecruitment.com/blog. talentyard.co.uk/blog. theundercoverrecruiter.com. tiger-recruitment.co.uk/insights. ukrecruiter.co.uk/recruitment-blogs. wave-rs.co.uk/blog. webrecruit.co/blog/recruitment-insights. A list of staffing websites at blog.feedspot.com/staffing_blogs. ableteams.com/blog. aussiestaff.com/blog. alignstaffing.com/blog. allegiancestaffing.com/staffing-blog. armorpeoplelink.com/blog. aureusgroup.com/blog. awardstaffing.com/about/blogs. berrystaff.com/blog. blog.adecousa.com. blog.advancedresources.com. blog.feedspot.com/Canadian_staffing_blogs. blog.feedspot.com/recruitment_blogs. blog.fusionmedstaff.com. blog.q-staffing.com. blog.vistastaff.com. blog.wonderlandgroup.com. bullhorn.com/blog. careerconceptsync.com/news. clarityrecruiting.com/blog. cornerstone-staffing.com/resources/blog. cornerstone-staffing.com/blog. crowdstaffing.com/blog. davis-staffing.com/customer-service-jobs/blog. daviscos.com/blog. edulink.com/it-staffing-blog-insights. edistaffing.com/blog. epgstaffing.com/blog. frontlinesourcegroup.com. haleymarketing.com/ask-haley-blog. iescustomstaffing.com/blog. itstaffing.com/blog. jobsterstaffing.com/insights. kanepartners.net/blog. kbstaffing.com/kb-blog. lgsstaffing.com/blog. libertystaffing.ca/blog. mossmedicalstaffing.com/blog. medicalsolutions.com/blog/question mark fwp_staffing&fwp_categories=healthcare-staffing. nelsonjobs.com/blog. onwardsearch.com/blog. pacestaffing.com/news. procomservices.com/insights. resources.etekey.com. sigconsult.com/blog. smart-solutions.com. snecompanies.com/blog. sourcepointstaffing.com/resources/blog. staff-force.com/blog. staffccs.com/blog. staffinghub.com. sdfmanagement.com/resource center. staffsmart.net/blog. starhr.com/blog. sunbeltstaffing.com/blog. terrastaffing.com/resources/blog. thestaffingstream.com. tinkbird.com/blog. tpgsdafffuss.com. tristarrjobs.com/blog. vitamintalent.com/blog. winstonresources.com/resources/blog. woodpersonnel.com/blog. staffingindustry.com/row/editorial/daily-news